Next up at UFC Qatar, we have the co-main event of the evening. The welterweight division has been absolutely cooking lately. Last week, we had the title get defended. We had a number one contender matchup on this card, but this fight could leapfrog the number one contender. Should be Michael Morales. Dana White said ahead of that fight, the winner of this fight gets the next title shot. If Ian Garry smokes Belal Muhammad, it's not insane to think that he leapfrog. If Belal Muhammad wins, gets a little dicier because him and Islam's are friends. This should be a very interesting fight, and it is very impactful for the division. If this was on a pay-per-view main card, nobody would complain. This is a spectacular co-main event. We got Belal Muhammad, 24-4 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5, coming off of that title loss to JDM, taking on Ian Garry. 22-3 in his career, also 4-1 in his last 5. He is coming off of that bounce-back win over Carlos Prates. We all know Belal Muhammad, who he is and what he does. He's trying to shoot takedowns. The striking is getting better. It's not great, but he's got decent technical striking. He'll pump that jab out there. He'll throw a nice one, too. He's got endless cardio, a relentless game plan, just trying to get to those legs over, and over. He did just lose his title to JDM, but we saw some dog in him. He took a little bit of a beating along the way, never stopped moving forward, and it was a very close decision. Ian Garry started his career as an aggressive, I want to be Conor McGregor style striker. As he got a little more popular, as he rose through the ranks, he got a little more cautious. Winning became more important than being fun or flashy. So now he's sort of a cautious, distant striker. He has moved over to shoot a box, and while they haven't imparted their never-ending pressure upon him, what they did give him is some grappling skills. If the striking's not going his way, he'll initiate some takedowns. We saw it in the Prates fight. We saw it in the MVP fight. He is coming off that win over Carlos Prates, where he was almost finished in the 5th round, but he stayed composed and pushed through. I assume Jacob and everybody else that is going to break down this fight is going to lean on the fact that Belal either gets the takedowns or he doesn't. And if he does, he wins the fight. If he doesn't, he's going to lose this fight. It's an interesting breakdown for that reason, because Ian Garry doesn't have great takedown defense. What he does have, though, is great footwork, a great long jab, great striking at range. I think that is enough to win this fight. Belal lost to JDM. We saw Ian lose to Shavkat. This is almost the same matchup. Like a striker who wants to keep it standing versus a grappler who wanted to take him down. This is a very fun fight. It's a very interesting fight. It could suck, or it could be a really fun back and forth war. I'm going to pick Ian Garry here. I think the footwork, the long jab, I think all that's going to work in his favor, but we will know who wins this fight in the first 5 minutes, first 2 minutes probably. What do you think, Jacob?
Disagree with that breakdown. I know Belal very, very well. Belal's been a lock of the week. He's been anti-lock of the week. I know Belal very, very well. I will say this. I mentioned on Twitter and this type of stuff. Belal is going to force Ian Garry to knock him out to win the fight. Ian Garry has never felt the pressure that he is going to feel in this fight. I put some stats up. Home of the Fight actually grabbed them and credited me and put them on their Twitter page as well. The pace that Belal brings into fights, especially 3-round fights, is insane. This guy is throwing over 90 strikes a fucking round in 3-round fights. You might say, well, he can't strike with Ian Garry. This dude was the reason why he beat Leon Edwards was because he was outstriking Leon Edwards that led to the takedowns. The reason he was doing well against JDM and was surviving that fight was because in certain instances he was outstriking JDM. Obviously JDM was beating him up there at the end or whatever. The pressure boxing of Belal is so underrated, and he is going to be in this dude's chest. And this guy, Ian Garry, is going to be dancing around more than he ever has in his fucking life. If this was a 5-round fight, I would be betting Belal without a question in my mind to break this fucking kid down. 3-round fight, definitely gets a little bit dicey. But this whole Belal's either going to get the takedowns or he's not going to win is fucking bullshit. This guy knows how to box. He knows how to stay in people's face. He was outboxing Leon. He was outboxing JDM. He TKO'd Sean Brady, which now I know it looks like, oh, it's Sean Brady. He can't fucking whatever. But Sean Brady knows how to box. I'm telling you that he is going to be in this dude's fucking chest for 15 fucking minutes. All that back and forth, dancing around. Ian Garry's looked great. And I'm not an Ian Garry hater. I have a tweet that I retweeted from 2022 from me that said, I know that you guys hate Ian, but he is fucking good. I've been a big Ian Garry guy. I'm picking Ian Garry in this fight because I do think that he can do enough with the footwork and all this type of stuff to really kind of outpoint. But to me, I think it's a 50-50 fight. This dude's in his chest for 15 minutes. It's going to come down to the judges like the pressure. Do the judges like the whatever? I think it's a close-ass fucking fight. I respect the pressure he's going to bring. I'm taking Ian, but it's fucking razor fucking thin. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised with what Belal brings into this fight with his striking. They just assume he's either going to get knocked out or whatever, but Ian's never been even people have been in his face a little bit, but they stay at range. This dude Belal is going to be in his fucking chin.
I don't disagree in that Belal doesn't get respected enough and he's not the boring wrestler that people want to paint the picture of. He has been, but we've seen him have forward pressure, stay busy.
That Leon fight, Leon's the exact same way that Ian Garry wants to fight. Back away, counter strike, footwork. He fucking just buried that dude against the fence. I mean, Leon was like eating uppercuts and like, oh shit, like what the fuck is going on?
No, but I mean, Belal, the win over Sean Brady hasn't aged quite as well, but he walked him down. It's exactly what he said. Walked him down, stayed in his face, stayed busy. When there's a threat of a takedown, like I fully recognize I don't have a bet on Ian Garry here because I fully recognize that Ian Garry has to worry about takedowns. And if he only worries about takedowns, he might actually get hit in the face a couple of times. So this is a weird fight. It is 3 rounds. I think the 3 rounds benefits Ian because Belal can go.
Rumor is that Belal 1-5 and Ian,
which I get. Why would you want 5 if you're Ian?
Yeah,
Why would you want 5?
If this was 5, I would.
It'd be very different.
I'd be very heavy on Belal.
Yeah, if it was 5, it'd be very because Belal can go 5 full rounds. Ian can obviously as well, but it's different. He can go 5 with Carlos Prates, and then he almost got finished in the 5th round. So
Prates was throwing. That's what the most strikes per round that somebody has thrown against Ian was Gabe Green a long time ago, and it was like I think he was throwing around like 60 strikes per round. Belal, I'm telling you, in 3-round fights is throwing 90 strikes around. Ian is going to be fucking drowning in there, and it's going to come down. It's going to come down to pressure versus footwork. Either Ian's footwork is what it should be, which is nice, in and out, able to circle around, touch him, move, and all this stuff for 15 minutes, and he should be fine for 15. But if Bilal's able to pin him against the fence enough, it's going to be trouble for all those parlays.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting fight. I'm looking forward to it because what gets me excited are fights that matter for their division. This is a very impactful fight. If Ian Garry just smokes Belal Muhammad like we haven't seen other people do, he might get the next title shot. If Belal Muhammad ragdolls Ian Garry, all of a sudden this division got very interesting, especially with Islam at the top. So a lot of different narratives here. I am very much looking forward to this fight. I'm on the Ian Garry side. Jacob's on the Belal Muhammad side. If you need a tiebreaker, we've got him. We have an artificial intelligence. We have a couple of human beings. Go to WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. It's $10. You unlock literally everything. Tools. We have all sorts of data and guides and insight information, articles for premium members. The amount of stuff you get is absolutely insane. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top.